and the game is Whodunnit.
Okay.
We'll give you a quote. You guys have a minute to come together as a quorum and tell us who done it. Our first quote. Don't suck on defense like I did in the first game. That was honestly my biggest thing. Just not hugging my man. When I'm out hugging on the perimeter and not in the paint, I'm just dead weight out there. And your choices are A, Brittany Griner, B, Candace Parker, C, the GOAT, Diana Taurasi, or D, Allie Quigley.
I'm gonna bust that down to A or B. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a big, because you would not call yourself dead weight on the perimeter. You're not a big. That wasn't a minute.
That wasn't a minute.
It sounds like someone saying, well, answering a question like, what was the difference between the first game and the second game?
And we know Candace.
Yes, so it'd be a Phoenix.
Game one.
So
I think it's Brittany. And also it sounds like Brittany would talk like that much more. Although, yeah, I'm gonna go with. I think we should go with Brittany.
Why is he crossing out? Yeah, I'll go with Brittany too.
Yeah.
Oh,
That does sound like something Diana would say too, though.
as a lifelong Mercury fan, as of last night, what a W, Spencer. How did you feel?
Well, I'm trying to decide because I'm torn because I'm torn between Chicago and Phoenix in general, right?
Explain.
Because because one, I grew up with Chicago was my big city. I grew up in Nashville. So if you grew up in Nashville, all the stories out of Nashville were like, oh, there was a chicken loose on Lower Broad and we captured it. And then you'd watch WGN after watching Cubs games, right? And they'd come on and Chicago had the craziest news. They would be like, car crashes into the 10th story of a building. You're like, awesome. This place sounds fantastic. So I want to root for Chicago. Chicago also has Candace Parker, who, I have loved since she was on the Vols, like fantastic. But then again, Phoenix, I'm a Sunbelt partisan, right? And Phoenix, I'm a good chains person. Phoenix has all the good chains.
Yes.
But then
every chain.
Most of the Phoenix chains are basically Chicago. They took Portillo's. They took Lou Malnati's. They have a whole bar there called what's it called? Something Chicago, Old Chicago. Like it's just all the snowbirds that flew out to Arizona and then requested all the things they love about Chicago to be out there.
Okay. I have a lot. So I know we're joking about me being bandwagon Mercury fan. That's 100% true.
No, we're being serious. You're a bandwagoner.
Yeah, I'm a bandwagoner. But as I was watching, and I found myself watching. So for those who don't know, the Mercury won 91-86
It was
in
an
overtime.
insane game in overtime.
Nail biter. Yeah. So I made my decision in the final 2 minutes of the game before overtime. Pardon me.
Oh, you picked the winner. What a surprise.
No, it was tied. It was knotted up with 2 minutes. This is what we're talking about. The game was so tense. It was so awesome. While Kyrie was doing his nonsense, the rest of us were watching an incredible basketball game. And I was watching and I was like, what is in my heart right now? Like, what do I want to happen? Sometimes you don't actually know until you're watching a sports event what you want. And I realized I was like, you know what? I actually want Phoenix to take this. One, because I just wanted this series to go long. It's an awesome series. And I think that, Sarah, you would agree with that. Is a good thing for everyone. More basketball is great as they head back to
except
Chicago.
for me, because I have tickets to Friday. And if they'd won, then they could have clinched while I was in the building. But
okay.
Anyway,
so
carry on.
Personally for you, I guess it is not ideal. But also, I think a combination of a few things. One, many people don't know, I lived in Arizona from 8th grade until graduation. I lived in a million places before then. So I'm basically Phoenix. I have ties to the town. So there's that. By the way, Phoenix is every chain, not just Chicago chains. Literally every chain
all
on
of
Earth.
them.
So
they do.
Literally
because they don't have their own identity.
Your chain,
That's right. So they got all the chains.
Yeah, it's like they built from the ground up and took the best out of everywhere.
I don't want to rip on Phoenix. I like Phoenix. I go there every year for spring training.
I did a story on Skylar Diggins-Smith and Skylar Diggins 5 or 6 years ago. So I have a rooting interest there. And then 3, and I was thinking this at the end when she did her post game. Diana Taurasi is just so cool.
Diana Taurasi is so cool. It's very hard to root against Diana Taurasi, but I can because obviously my team is playing, and also Candace Parker is very cool as well. But Mina, I would think if you were watching that game in the waning minutes and trying to decide what would have moved you was Courtney Vandersloot.
I know.
Tiny point guard with insane handles with seconds to go on the clock, driving in among the trees and flipping it past a 6'9" Brittany Griner, who's more than a foot taller than her. I would think you would find in her the spirit of one feisty and scrappy Mina.
I'm not looking for myself in professional sports. I'm looking for my physical opposite. And so Brittany Griner, I'm drawn to her as a player.
Yes, that makes sense if you're not an athlete. No offense, but I mean, Like,
It's true.
because I like watching, like, Elena Deladon's one of my favorite players because I like bigs who can handle the ball and shoot threes. Because when I played, I preferred to be more of a mobile big than like the stand in the center and shack it. And so I want to see myself, because I was a great athlete, of course. You, on the other hand, should probably pick
was a
the exact
varsity soccer
opposite.
player, but whatever. For me, it's like a Freaky
Ping pong.
Friday
I thought
thing.
ping pong was
Like, who would I want to inhabit the body of for a day? And that's
Right,
clearly
right,
Brittany
right.
Griner. Spencer,
Oh, yeah.
if you're right, I'm right? You'd want to be Brittany Griner for a day.
No, Taurasi is so smooth.
Well, yeah, but listen, I've never reached stuff that high on the shelves. I've never been that much taller than everybody else and able to move, right? Also, I'd have like all those like cool tats and stuff. Yeah, it's not even close. I did have a unification theory though, which is this: Chicago, hot dogs, really great food, right? Really corrupt, insane politicians from time to time, right?
Yep.
Traffic is awful and the weather's extreme. Phoenix, same
Yeah.
is true of all of that. Is Phoenix just dehydrated Chicago?
I don't think that Phoenix
about
in
it.
any way could compete with Chicago in terms of food. I'm sorry. Chicago is one of the great culinary
Wow.
cities in the world.
Wow,
Yeah, it can be. Chicago food is just a weapon. That's
sorry.
all it is. It's just,
the three of us are gonna have to go to Phoenix and have freaking tacos because
yeah.
Okay. Producer interjection. Yes, Alabaster.
Two things. One, deep dish isn't good. And then two,
Hardcore
do you guys
agree.
want to find
So
out? Do you guys
exhausting.
want to find out who this quote's from? Yeah, I mean, deep dish is just lasagna.
you circled.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Not even true. There's not even noodles involved. Everyone says that. You guys make no sense when you try to make these stupid comparisons.
Deep dish is like a casserole, basically.
Well, don't
Deep
suck
dish
on
is
defense
tremendous, and it's
like I
amazing.
did first game.
Yeah.
That was honestly my biggest thing.
What a cute kid.
Just not hugging my man when I'm out hugging on the perimeter, not in the paint. Like I'm just dead weight out there.
I love the kid. Kid's like, yep, that's right. Did you guys see that clip, by the way, of Brittany sitting next to Diana Taurasi, not knowing, despite being teammates with her for years, that she speaks Spanish?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, such a good clip.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.